Hello, everyone. Hello, Human.
Hello, Fox.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Looking forward to this race.
This is game 2 of Tam versus vZPC,
This is,
or
yeah.
vZakat.
We don't have it marked on the overlay just yet, but Tam won the first game. It was a really fast seed that Tam played really well. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I think they were both playing well, but Tam found the lamp and vZ didn't, and that's a big differentiator with hook pushing.
Definitely. And the lamp was in a tricky location, the back of swamp. So Tam had a big play to get there and just check the back 3 chests.
Yeah, sometimes stuff like that can pay off real big.
Both runners use items like the lamp very proficiently. They are very skilled in a lot of the latest strats that we see in no logic races.
Yeah, for sure. Both of these are very, very knowledgeable players. vZ is sort of known for specifically having a lot of interesting, versatile setups for hook pushing or stuck pushing. Tam, I guess, is more of an all-around player, but both of them know quite a lot of everything. So we should see some cool stuff coming out of them.
I just realized that both runners are on emulator. That's kind of a neat thing.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people run on emulator. A lot of people, after having a lot of experience with this game, changed or switched to console. So a lot of, it's pretty well balanced in this tournament between emulator and console.
Yeah, one thing about this game is that the hardware emulators for this game, like the Super NT, is not quite good enough to correctly emulate some of the most powerful glitches that we're allowed to do in this category. So there are actually some reasons to play on emulator.
True. All right. So our runners are off. Was that a sword? Yes, it was.
A sword on the floating island, wow.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting. So Tam is immediately going out of bounds to the hobo. Zakat is immediately going out of bounds to do a funny auto walk thing to hop onto the island.
Yeah, interesting choice not to just swim here after hobo, but flute on hobo is good.
That's right. And I don't know if Tam checked the island.
Is he getting another flute?
The blue potion is certainly a flute. They're both blue. It's a liquid flute.
Blue. Yeah, they also both allow you to fly to any one of 8 locations. Yeah, this is an incredibly generous seed already with bottle and sword. Flute is handy for getting around sometimes, not really important in terms of what it unlocks, but definitely feeling good about this so far.
And I want to mention what Tam's route is. This is the Hobo to Ice Rod Cave route, which involves a slope swim, a newer glitch discovered this year.
Yeah, found by Brahmin Meat. Tam is going to have an interesting question of how to get this sword. I guess they just come back for it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lost Woods for Zakat finds a darkness key, not really worth mentioning. This is key sanity. All dungeon items are shuffled, and mixed up keys make it easier to navigate the caves, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah, Tam found the blue boomerang, which is potentially useful much later in the seed. Tam's going to go for a clip to get this map. I think that they're going to go for a tricky, fast setup here because they don't care a ton about losing the map if they do. There we go. Very nice.
Nice. And Zakat is doing New DMA, in other words, Death Mountain Descent, and skipping the glove requirement for the Old Man Cave.
Right. We probably won't see Tam do this because they will probably activate the flute.
Yeah,
But
that
if
would
you
make
go to
sense.
Hobo, and Tam might do it anyway just because it allows them to put off going to CAC, which is a major goal of theirs.
Yeah, so you mentioned the potential of duping this sword, or at least Yoho mentioned it in chat, and that is a potential, but not anymore since it's been collected. And I'm not sure how it would be done in this seed, but we'll be on the lookout for potential dupes of other items. Potentially. Less common. Okay,
Yeah.
what's next?
VZ's going into Hera. Probably just going to check the first 2 checks and then continue probably to East Death Mountain.
Potentially.
Tam probably going to do a similar loop. We'll see if they're willing to go to CAC. They do have flute and bottle, which is like, what else do you really want before you go to CAC? I guess money, but
Right.
pretty appealing to go at this point. Nice full magic on the crowd. Small key on Lumberjack, so we're not going to be killing Aghanim.
I'm slightly surprised Tam checks Lumberjack.
Yeah.
There have been mixed results in collecting the item that is there. It's never really required to get any particular location in this.
Second bottle for VZ.
Oh yeah. So 2 bottles is very strong in this mode. 1 is already strong because bottles allow us to do YBAs or Yuzuhara's Bottle Adventure.
Yeah.
And when we chain them, it lets us navigate and do even more interesting, wild things in the underworld. Or a combination of overworld and underworld travel.
So the blue potion is not the most exciting potion to have in that. I was actually talking to Tam about this yesterday, about what do you do if you find a blue potion early on. And they were saying that they like the idea of just going straight and doing Hype Cave or Stumpy plus Hype Cave or something. Just to get rid of the blue potion and get some value out of it. But in general, the thing about YBAs is that they're very money heavy. You have to buy potions, and then you can do tons of powerful stuff with them, but rupees do become a constraint, and we have not seen a single rupee so far, basically. Tam did find the bow, though, which is pretty nice. Not a huge deal, but quite convenient.
And a lot of the time, it's nice to just have at least 1 key of each dungeon, and TR it's always nice to have 1 or 2.
Yeah, small keys you always pick up if you see them, but they're not. You don't feel bad about not having them generally.
Yeah. All right, South Shore for vZakat. Skull Key is in the well for Tam.
Another middling map. Oh, Bombos is potentially important. It lets us kill Cold Stare and maybe open Mire. Opening Mire is never required, but is often by far the easiest way to get the prize of Mire. So if Mire's a crystal, we really want to be able to open it. And there's Fire Rod. One thing that we haven't mentioned yet is that we are playing this mode with what's called double rods. So there's 2 fire rods and 2 ice rods in the pool, which I guess the most salient effect of that is that it makes it almost impossible for the seed to be totally unbeatable. But it also tends to make some interesting, difficult go modes, which are cool to see how people handle them. So we might see another fire rod, although Tam will almost certainly get that one.
And Zakat at 1.5 hearts. A little sketchy going through Mini Moldorm Cave. Yeah, there's the second fire rod.
Nice. Glad I explained it beforehand.
Mm-hmm. So, South Shore is probably required. We'll have to. We'll probably need the fire rod. So
Getting a
Zakat
big
just
gift
did.
swamp out of that. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it was a juke to King's Tomb. Bombs allow Link to do door jukes, placing him on the other side of the transition, and Link can simply skip a couple of rooms to get to the connected screen.
Yeah, the chest he opened was King's Tomb. I don't know if you said that. Maybe I just...
Yeah.
We have plenty of ways to get to King's Tomb, but that's a handy one. So VZ now also
Yeah.
going to be doing CAC. Tam, following, VZ did this a minute ago. Tam's going to Houlihan and get a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the Houlihan that's caused by having bad camera alignment after a Death Mountain descent.
Right. This is probably South Shore play. Yeah.
There we go.
Tam's going to get both their fire rods. And then after this, both players are going to have sort of cleaned up all of the obvious density in the overworld. And now you can do kind of whatever you want. VZ might end up going down to Desert, which is right next to Kakariko, so we could clean up those plays. You might see somebody go to East Death Mountain as a reasonable play. You might see somebody do the escape for reasons we'll get into if we see that. There's really a lot available.
A nice anti-fairy skip from Tam. Early on, it's a little dangerous.
No fear.
True.
$100 for a shield, and I've never seen a better bargain.
Oh no. All right. I didn't notice the Misery Mire small key in the Mini Moldorm Cave, and that's always nice. Again, I'm just saying the same thing I said before, but especially in Misery Mire, it's embarrassing to get there and have no keys.
Right. The problem with Misery Mire small keys is that often you can never actually enter Misery Mire in Misery Mire state.
Yeah.
So sometimes they don't turn out to be too useful.
I don't know if anyone noticed the NPC turns into sort of a Stalfos monster upon transitioning.
We all have Stalfos monsters inside us.
Yeah. Right.
I would expect Tam to go east from here. They might go to Pod. They might do that despite not having a big key. And they might do that despite not having a big key on purpose. They might also do it by accident, but they might also not do it. There's a lot of things could happen here.
Zakat checks the maze race, is able to teleport upwards and steal the key.
Yeah, that guy's smart enough to stop you from stealing the item some of the ways that you can try to trick him, but not other ways.
Yeah. Right. There's the red potion for Tam.
VZ might use that red potion to kill Lanmo while he's here.
Maybe?
I would seriously consider it if I were him. But maybe not. I don't know. The red potion is a good thing to have, but I'm not sure what he's thinking about using it for.
Yeah. Would it be too costly to go into Thieves' Town, for example, and clear the attic?
I mean, I think that would also be a good use of the potion. Although, the reason to do it right now is not that using it for this purpose is super good. It's just that you're here, and getting back here might be annoying later. And having the information and stuff is good.
Zakat gets hit in a particular way on the edge, which sets up a quadrant glitch. Now he's got to be careful not.
Is that the ice rod?
Oh, I missed it from the NPC.
I saw it out the corner of my eye, so I'm not 100% sure. It was. Shoutouts to other Tom, our tracker. Sorry, continue explaining the quadrant glitch.
Yeah, so Zakat is able to bug the east-west camera and then skip the key door in desert.
Oh no, we lost him.
So while Zakat did that, I missed the fake flute from Tam. Eastern and TR are crystals.
Those are actually both very annoying to deal with, although we already have Fire Rod and Ice Rod, which makes Turtle Rock much less of a problem. We could actually complete Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah, that's
true. Not true. We don't have enough magic, but other than
sure we do. Yeah, it'd be pretty hard. So, yeah, Tam used the fake flute to go to Hype Cave just as you suggested. Well worth the trip.
Yeah, it paid out.
And depending on how friendly the seed is or what it leads Zakat to do, Zakat may or may not go to Hype Cave so early. So will be interesting. Map of Swamp Palace is on the floating island, which is a pretty high value map.
Mm-hmm. So I don't think VZ really found anything that good in the desert play.
The items were also invisible, so I don't really know.
That is a potential issue. Oh yeah, VZ does this weird setup here. I forgot about this. I meant to check it out. But he's gonna get his flute now.
Yeah, this is the setup we saw in the 2018 and 2019 Overworld Glitches tournament quite a bit. And yeah, Zakat will continue on from Hobo, most likely Ice Rock Cave.
Yeah, we'll see some of the stuff that Tam did earlier going up to Zora area, I assume. Still not enough money to buy Zora item, although probably he wouldn't anyway. Most people reject the idea that Zora exists in no logic. Alright, we now have index setting. Misery Mire Big Key is a pretty good big key. Discord says Chex is talking, but I can't hear anything, so I'm sorry if I'm talking over you.
Don't listen Don't listen to Discord. Okay. IMO.
Okay. I don't remember what I was saying. Misery Mire Big Key is one of the good big keys. It's not a cave state big key, but Mire can be difficult to navigate without it. Looks like Tam found money and a third bottle, according to our tracker, although I missed that.
Right, I think it was Paradox Cave. In the 5 item section.
Makes sense. Tam is really close to sword mode.
Oh, and Tam learned about the green pendant. That is Swamp.
Oh, that's good. That gets you even closer to sword mode.
Yeah. Swamp is the biggest hurdle without the use of the normal items to complete it.
I would probably do an escape play now and then start doing pod, but we'll see what Tam is interested in. I think that's what we're doing. Yeah, so why is Tam going to the escape here?
Tam wants a cave state big key, in my opinion. and they'll collect one from the ball and chains guard. Because I don't know why. Why is that, Fox?
I think that the answer is basically just that when you're in it. So when you're in a cave and you try to open a big chest or a big key door, the game checks some memory to answer the question, do you have a big key right now? And it's not really supposed to ask that question while you're in cave state. And for some reason, the answer turns out to be yes if you have the Hyrule Castle big key, or
Right.
the Thieves Town, or GT, or Palace of Darkness big keys. I don't know the specifics beyond that. Book from VZ, potentially a thing. We'll see.
The hook shot. Yeah, this is good for Tam, that's for sure.
I think VZ's doing this right
and
now.
And VZ as well, yeah, of course. So a lot of the time we'll see things occur in no logic races that divert runners from escape. For example, finding one of those big keys that you listed.
Right.
That means they don't have to go to the ball and chains guard for a big key to cave state.
The other restaurant. Wow. All 4 rods in 19 minutes.
Whoa. Yeah.
So the hookshot actually isn't very important right now, but if we find the lamp or the mushroom or the powder, it's suddenly the most powerful item in the game.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Since hook pushing it sort of came out after Ancilla mislotting came about in 2019. The hook shot definitely surged ahead in being one of the most powerful items.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll see some of that. I'm not going to try to explain too much at a technical level. It's pretty difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, you can when you hookshot something, you're supposed to go along the path that the hookshot followed, and it turns out that you can sort of convince the game that instead of following the path that the hookshot followed, you should follow a different path. And the hookshot doesn't really care if there's collision in your way or anything once it's activated in that way. So we can sort of trick ourselves into getting hookshot movement through collision in various areas. That's a really bad explanation, but basically we can go anywhere with it.
Yeah. And the other super game-breaking item is, of course, the Cane of Samaria. So we'll be on the lookout for that. Tam, meanwhile, takes this escape opportunity to go into Cave State Thieves Town.
Right. This is a classic play, because you get a Cave State big key, and then you go into a Cave State dungeon, and then you open all the stuff in it.
Yeah. vZakat, meanwhile, setting up a bomb clip, and this will let him travel to Palace of Darkness. Another cave, of course. The hammer.
That's very nice.
Yeah, that's helpful early.
It's a really good weapon. Wait, did VZ not finish the escape? VZ must have the ice rod, and it just got eaten on the tracker, I guess. So what can we not do? Are we in go mode?
So I don't know. But there are multiple phases to go mode, of course. Like
Yes,
if we say, sure, vZakat can beat the game, he's still going to look for items.
Right. Sword mode,
for example,
right, as JD points out.
Yeah.
Even if one of the runners recognizes at this point that they're in sword mode, it would be crazy to try to beat the game on just this equipment when there's so many chests along the way.
Yeah.
And VZ doesn't have the third bottle that Tam has, unless that also just got missed on the tracker, which actually might matter. Nice Thieves Down big key.
Right. A cave state big key, but Tam already unlocked Thieves Down.
Yep.
So it could be helpful to use when starting in Thieves Down and going to other dungeons, but we might not see anything like that, or we might, I don't know.
It's not a ton of use that I know of for it. Maybe opening Mire at some point, but we'll see. GT big key, yet another cave state big key.
And Tam has been interested in finding like an efficient room clear in Thieves Town when approaching it in reverse, and then starting from the entrance. And yeah, I like what they're doing, but I just don't know the timing.
No, me either. Apparently we missed Samaria for VZ in the Rupee basement.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That is quite good.
Yeah, that's really good.
VZ has the option to do the just discovered Mire dupe from Pod right now.
Right.
If he wants to just flex on everyone.
Right, that would be amazing.
I don't know if it's a good idea, but it would be very cool. Actually, he doesn't have Pod big key, so maybe that's not actually possible. I think you have to open that door. Not sure.
Shoutouts to Taj So for finding lots of creative new routes. Like that one. And yeah, this is really good for Zakat. We'll have to see. So Zakat is bombing the fairy room door open. This is wow, that's a level 2 sword.
Pod is stacked.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, this is a thing. One player goes to Pod, one player goes to Thieves. So quite interesting to see Pod have the value here.
The good news for Tam is that they're not going to put Pod off very long.
Right. Still no Moon Pearl to draw Tam into anywhere else. So Pod, it has 14 items. It's not uncommon to see very early.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think get the play of get the big key, cave state big key out of Eastern, and then do either Thieves Town or Pod is like very common, and people just sort of have a preference or maybe make up their minds how they're feeling that day or whatever. Both very reasonable plays, and if one of them isn't very exciting, you often just do the other one right after.
We have an LSD blind from Tam. This will keep the door open.
Kind of an interesting choice when you're already in Thieves Town state.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Zakat has pulled a statue into a stairwell.
Right. Why did he do that?
I have no idea. No, this is statue drag. This is a setup to get to Helmasaur King by juking a transition and pulling all kinds of door glitches.
I don't understand what Tam is doing. Oh, they're going to desert, aren't they?
Yeah, that could be interesting. Oh, I always do that.
I've never done that. So this is a situation I've never been in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've done this kind of thing where Tam is finding something else to do in Thieves.
They're going to Eastern.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Tam already wants to unlock Eastern.
Oh my god.
So, yeah. So with the Thieves Town big key, like I mentioned, we could use it in another dungeon. That turns out to be Eastern in this case.
You know what else is cool about this play?
What's that?
I think this preserves the eastern small key for potential use in Mire.
Oh, yeah. So did Tam go in with an extra key? Probably.
I'm not sure. I think so, but they might have just gotten it in the dark room. Half magic is a nice little surprise. Yeah, vZ meanwhile had a Oko Helmasaur fight, but handled it just fine.
Yeah, he also used a potion to recover.
Tam will now be running to Armos room to collect the prize of Thieves Town.
Yeah, this is kind of neat. Meanwhile, vZakat is setting up another quadrant glitch. We like to call this one Turtle Power. vZakat is aiming to clink.
Oh, that looked weird. Did that work right?
It did look a little weird, but I think it's fine. Oftentimes, Link will get pushed to the right, even though we're trying to clink off the right hand.
Yeah, it looks like that's right. Sorry, that my tone of voice might have made it sound. My choice of words might not have lined up with what you're expecting as a viewer. It's supposed to be broken.
Right, and I love the Mimics room, which is simply a Mimics clip to get out of it.
With the bow.
Yeah.
Alright, just a piece of heart on Armos. But Tam now has Armos done, Thieves Town done, both boss and prize. So the goal of this mode, the way we play it, is... Oh, did vZ get stuck in the wall? No. Okay, good.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what the delay was. We saw this from vZakat yesterday as well. I should have asked his strat there.
Anyway, the goal of this mode includes both collecting all of the crystals and beating all of the bosses that hold crystals, but you don't have to do them at the same time. So if Eastern turns out to be a crystal, Tam can come back and collect it later, and we'll have credit for defeating Armos. Yeah, that's what it looked like, that vZ wasn't holding down through the wall, but then apparently you can bomb yourself if you are in that situation. That's a door state extension.
AKA Ice Thing.
AKA Ice Thing, yep. The vZ now just found the big and small keys to Desert Palace.
Oh, I missed the small. I saw the big.
Yeah, so vZ did this quadrant glitch allowed him to get to Dark Death Mountain in what's called Fake Light World, which allows him to open Super Bunny Cave and then come back out in Link State. And then transitioning to the next screen over puts him in Real Light World with a weird palette.
Ooh, this is an interesting...
the wrong kind of teleport.
Yeah.
Radical 80s bowling rinks color scheme here.
Rad. And
Tam,
oh
please.
No, Tam. Tam falls to Moldorm, but we'll try again. And vZakat, we've seen this route from vZakat before. I really like it, which is that the Death Mountain route starts with Pod and then ends in Dark Death Mountain, and then goes through Pod rather, then to Dark Death Mountain, then to East Death Mountain.
That's true. We did sort of come from West Death Mountain to East Death Mountain. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So we should be seeing. Oh, the bow is at Moldorm for Tam. That
Another
is silvers.
bow. Yeah. Silvers are good if we find powder or mushroom. Not very important if we find lamp. I mean, they're good for killing stuff, I guess. I forgot about that aspect for a second. Is Tam just not checking the tablet?
Ah, I
missed
forgot
that
about that
earlier.
book.
Yeah, so Tam going to pod now, gonna get all the goodies in there.
Yeah. It's interesting that our runners will both have hookshot and cane, and they will not have a high index setting item. And yeah, I think this was kind of Tam's wish as well to hold off on early hook pushing, but that's because they know how strong VZ is.
Yeah, Tam has definitely said multiple times that they feel they cannot keep up with a full power VZ. If VZ gets access to a strong hook pushing kit early, Tam does not expect to be able to keep up. And so far we've got most of, but not quite a full kit.
Mm-hmm. vZakat dashing through the water, losing frames,
triggering checks even. Did Tam not go to the basement?
Oh, yeah, I don't think so.
That's weird and bad in the seed.
Yeah.
Did they have pod big?
Interesting.
There's no way we just isolate pod basement, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think Tam has some tricks up their sleeve, but I can't think of what they are at the moment.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to be some Galaxy Brain thing that would never occur to me.
And Moldorm is down for vZakat. And Silver Arrow takes Helma down quickly for Tam. Next up, we'll see what Ether tablet is.
Big key to rock, not bad.
All right, what does vZakat want to do at this point?
Well, neither does he. Skull Woods, maybe?
Maybe.
Hype Cave, maybe? I don't know if he still has that blue.
Oh, we get some information. Skull is really a pendant, so less exciting.
Interesting. What are you thinking about doing here? As well as VZ, but really as both runners. They've kind of converged for the most part. Except that Tam is down a sword and the red cane, which is what we want to see for them.
Yeah, I want to clear dungeons basically. You know.
Tam probably heading to desert.
This could be pretty nice for vZakat to skip the cave state to skip cave state Thieves Town potentially if he gets the if he goes to the brewery, I guess, to get the Thieves Town big key. That might happen. I guess it won't happen.
Unless he finds the pearl in Skullwoods or something.
Yeah. Yeah, but even then it's not gonna happen because he'll be in fake Dark World if he goes to it. If he does a Skullwoods play.
Okay, what if he finds the pearl and the mirror?
Okay, perfect.
All right,
it's all gonna work out.
I don't remember if Tam found the desert big or not. I guess not. I forget where that was. Dark Death Mountain, maybe.
think it was Hookshot Cave. So yeah, pretty interesting to miss a pod clear at this point. Okay, vZakat is going to Thieves Town after all with a juke. It looks like it'll be a double juke from Uncle as opposed to the YBA that Tam did.
Do you want to know my theory on why Tam didn't go to the back of pod?
What's that?
My theory is that Tam is holding out that they can do the new dupe, and they don't want to go to the back of pod until they can combine it with the Hera dupe or the.
Oh my gosh. That could be the case. So Zakat's double juke has caused him to. Oh, by the way, he has hammer for the big chest, which only has 10 bombs. So the double juke has caused him to desync with sprites, but the camera is synced, so he's able to navigate through the dungeon however he likes, except for doing anything that involves sprites. Oh, Tam is going to Landmo.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. So Tam missed the spin YBA with the green.
I guess.
Yeah. It's going to be red this time, so it'll be a VRAM fight.
Oh, baby.
All graphics will be glitched on Tam's side. But they'll still be able to see Landmo. We can just barely make them out.
Oh, perfect fight. Let's go. 3 silvers in the bag. How much more exploration does Tam do before they allow us to see their screen again?
That depends whether Landmo dropped mirror and Tam will do VRAM blockbuster.
Oh my god. I don't know if even Tam can do that. Not locked in, Yoho. This is potion shot, buying a green. And a blue, maybe? I couldn't tell. Oh, that was it. We can see again.
Yeah. So by locked in, you meant a prize fell and Tam earned the desert crystal.
I think Yoho meant to say that Tam had to not do any more stuff in VRAM because of no glove. Being locked in the cage there. Yeah, so this is definitely Ice Palace.
Yeah. So Tam has a green potion, and it's a simple subtile YB8 to get to Ice Palace.
Which we can clear easily. The only hard thing to get to at this point is H chest, I guess, and Cold Stare, but we have a blue potion to get to Cold Stare, and we will simply not get the H chest. Actually, without Red Cane, I don't think you can get the big key chest either.
Right. That's true. And it's quite convenient to have the YBA land link just to the right of the Pengator's chest, because we have to reload the dungeon anyway, and that's what Tam's doing now. And they'll most likely bomb clip to...
No, they gotta get a key first.
They gotta get a key. Good memory to do that. Yeah.
Don't really need it, I don't think, since this has to be an IPBJ route anyway, but good to have.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Still, it's useful. Tam can simply check a right side spike chest quickly.
Yeah, this of course is why we were talking about how important that Samaria was for VZ, is slightly faster Ice Palace routing. I'm lying, but you didn't start laughing, and now the audience thinks I was being serious.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was
haven't
like,
actually seen much with it so far, though.
I was trying to run through a list of like all the complicated things we can do, which is not very helpful for our listening audience.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a Samaria glitch yet.
We have seen the block used to snap link into the double bomb
That's
juke.
true. That's true.
And blocks
You can
and
do that with bombs, but blocks are quite a lot easier.
yeah. A single rupee in the spike room.
I bet Tam feels silly picking up all those green rupees or all those red rupees from the prize pack now that they find that 1 rupee.
Oh yeah.
Are we going back for iced tea? Never. There's no chance. Not in 1,000 years.
Right. I like this aggressive routing. It's pretty interesting.
It is
but we don't know whether the lack of Samaria will do anything at this point, but it's just speculation. All right, Tam's setting up for a spin YBA, and this will
YBA.
Yeah, without drink, but it's good to transition and not drink it rather than vice versa.
Yes.
vZakat has the Crystal of Thieves Town and has blind defeated at this point. I believe Tam still needs to defeat blind. Am I wrong?
You are wrong. Yeah, we saw that fight in LSD for some reason. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Of
and
course.
It turned out that the reason was because we wanted to go to Eastern.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Tam is keeping these berries alive. If you kill a red berry by splitting it and killing the things it splits into instead of by incinerating it, it respawns every time. And they're in the good prize pack, which allows Tam to farm between trips when they fail the YBA, which is kind of nice.
And Tam uses the Tam Slam to fall into a hole that was created with the blue spin YBA.
And now we just have to do an extremely scary Cold Start fight. I guess Half Magic Fire Rod is not extremely scary, but it's a little scary.
And holding out the sword after Bombas is always interesting to see. It's tech I don't totally get yet. Oh, it's a pendant.
Oh. So all that for nothing. There's nothing there either.
Wow. Huh.
Alright, well, VZ might get a big advantage if he can end up skipping that. I think VZ knows all 3 pendants? No, I think I'm lying.
I don't think so. So, what's next for Tam? And vZakat, for that matter. Routes can be pretty complicated.
I'm just reacting to what I see on screen most of the time. Whenever I try to predict what someone's going to do, I'm wrong. Oh, nice bird dodge.
Yeah. Runners converging. They need the eastern area.
Full YBA to Armos. No, we're not. I'm kidding. What are we doing? Are we just collecting the prize?
Well, vZakat can certainly clear the dungeon and can use a West Samaria to unlock the dungeon. Yeah, Tam
does not need to unlock the dungeon. Oh, you're talking about VZ, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tam just needs to collect a prize. So will it be the Eastern prize? I mean, it'll be the Eastern prize, but will it be in the Armos boss room?
Yoho says no. And I think Yoho's right.
Yeah, going to Meyer would make sense to me.
Tam,
I don't know if
the map chest. Are we that confident we're in go mode with one sword?
I don't know. This is interesting. Okay, all right. So Tim has a variant of the arrow strat that I'm still trying to understand.
No, don't bother. Learning new things is overrated. So I guess
Yeah.
Tam's plan here is the Tam plan, as it were, is to YBA to Meyer and then double YBA to Vitreous.
I'm not confident that the Vitreous play is happening. It could be. Or it could just be a clip to Hera.
It could be a clip to Hera. That gets you the prize knowledge, but not the medallion knowledge. But you do have 2 medallions, so maybe that's fine.
Yeah, Vitreous would be pretty good. And
I don't know if we have the requisite potion count.
Okay, Zakat, what is happening here?
We are hook pushing.
Yes.
Because we found powder at some point.
Wow, I completely missed powder, and I didn't even see the setup until after the stuck hook.
So you want to explain that one?
Well, sure. Zakat set up a hook push using a stuck hook, and for short, we call it stuck pushing. And Zakat used some manipulation of Ancilla, beginning with setting a high search index using the powder, and allowed a hook shot to get stuck in place. He then modified its direction using a diagonal boomerang throw, and was able to fly across the screen and all the way up to the upper transition.
Right. Specifically, the boomerang throw told it that it wasn't a hook shot in slot 4 or whatever. It was actually a hook shot in slot 0, and you should go read data for where you're going out of slot 0. Sorry, out of slot 10, which isn't a valid slot, which reads slot 0 from the wrong array. And so it looked up the nearest bomb, basically.
I'm
Tam was
slightly
YBAing and failed it.
Yeah.
You're slightly what?
Yeah, I'm slightly sad that Tam didn't go for a backup to go to Hera. But
to get the prize.
Yeah, and instead, Tam is sticking to their guns and wants to defeat Vitreous, wants to find out that medallion, and that'll be a great play once it gets done. And so I think it still makes sense to reset and try again.
Sure. This is a problem with YBAs, is that failing them can be so punishing. Like, this is just such a large amount of time lost.
All right, VZ is setting up another stuck push. This appears to be a hook shot misslot in which Zakat will hopefully use two. Basically, we'll use 3 hook shots in a row. There it is. So Zakat did not have to set up another set of Ancilla to release the hook.
Right. I don't understand how those double misslotted hooks work at all. Tried to
Yeah,
figure it
and
out
this
once
one was
and I
not.
failed.
It wasn't a double misslotted hook, but rather a stuck push done in all one fell swoop, and I don't really know what you call that.
Meyer 2 with the camera unlocked is so bad.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Easy going straight to Vitreous with hook pushing. This is a big advantage of having the hook shot and all this other stuff that lets this happen over having to do the YBAs. It makes Meyer quite a lot easier and faster.
So my question to you, Fox, and to chat is, where was powder? Was that in the east chest?
Somebody said it was in C-shaped house, and that somebody was other Tom, our tracker, who I think we should
C-shaped
trust.
house. Wow.
Yeah, Tam did brewery and chest game into thieves and left.
What?
Well, because he went from
Wow.
thieves to Eastern instead of
Right.
moving and doing Sea House. I don't know why, but I don't know. You skip some stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, Tam gets the West YBA. That one is tricky because it involves camera correction for 2 pixels, basically 2 or 3, right?
Probably.
Regardless, Tam gets it. Now Tam is setting up a spin YBA. This will be a green spin YBA and ought to maintain the graphics, thanks to not being a fading transition beforehand. And this will go directly to Vitreous. All right.
We did it.
There we go.
This should be an easy fight for Tam. VZ, by the way, has been struggling with this hook push. Okay, I think we finally got it here. This is a really bad room to have to hook push in.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. There have been ongoing struggles, and you have provided your solution, Fox, which appeared to be an easy way to dodge or hide from fireballs.
VZ is one of the things that's making it hard for VZ is that he's trying to preserve arrows. And so he was doing boom plus dash dust for a slot 2 powder, but this powder takes long enough to come out that's very tight timing on the dash dust plus the powder, or else you just get a slot 3 powder and it doesn't work. And I wonder if that was part of the problem. Nice ether.
Nice. So, as expected, we get to find out we get to open Mire, and we were only 2/3 sure we would be able to do that.
I expect Tam to go back to Hera the way that you were proposing earlier.
Now it would make sense to do that, yeah.
So what does Tam have left to do? Tam has to get the Mire Crystal, which is going to take 1 second, and then complete Turtle Rock, and then win the game. And
correct.
VZ has to go kill Vitreous, and then do the same stuff. VZ's like 2 rooms behind, but having trouble. Oh yeah, Tam needs a sword.
Yeah, Tam needs a sword.
Right, okay. So depending on where the other swords are, VZ is either a couple rooms behind or arbitrarily far ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, VZ doesn't have ether? Oh my god, I don't know. I can't keep track.
Oh yeah, that's big for Tam. Wow. Yeah, we see that. Zakat's item menu, no ether confirmation. Oh no. Too bad Zakat missed the hook push there. That's a swift one. This is going to be a double hook shot miss slot, right? No, it's not. And that's because no.
Tragedy strikes.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a bummer. So
there's Quake, nice.
Oh. Yeah. Right. Right. So it's not a double hook shot miss slot because we don't have the index for that. But it was a stuck hook that could have worked, but we just didn't have the distance.
Yeah, there's this problem where you're on a timer. You have to unleash it before, I don't know exactly, but certainly before it finishes retracting. But you also have to get close enough to the wall that it carries you all the way through. And VZ just like misjudged a tiny bit. No, he does not have the key to get in that door because he was in Eastern Palace. He started in Eastern Palace and cheated his way into Misery Mire, but the game still considered him to be in Eastern Palace. because that's where he started. And he doesn't have the Eastern Palace big key. And he can't get into Mire in Mire State because Mire Medallion is... Oh my god, Tam. Let's go. Because Mire Medallion is Ether, which VZ did not find. Tam has caught a fairy, which is potentially going to be extremely cool. Because fairy revivals, much less like slot 2 powders, set your index to 6.
Yeah, we decided last night that the index setting order of progression is mushroom, bugnet, powder, lamp. So this is potentially a good way for Tam to start pushing.
Wait, mushroom is way better than bugnet.
Well, it drains your magic. So
not if you item dash into an underworld ledge.
Aha. Okay. Fair.
Underworld ledge item dash fake powdering is like actually weirdly really strong. It's gonna be the meta as soon as people get their head around it.
That sounds extremely strong, and I haven't been able to comprehend that yet.
It's like really as simple as it sounds. If you item dash off a ledge in the underworld, and switch to mushroom while you're in midair, when you land, you'll do a powder. It doesn't require anything. It's any item dash, and it doesn't like eat up your magic or anything.
Yeah, that's awesome. I want to check out that discovery.
Yeah, it's huge. Easy doing Landmo kind of close to the intended way.
Yes, with silver arrows.
Yeah. Yeah, Tam is going to Ganon's Tower in hopes of finding a sword. Nothing else really very interesting. Did they stock up on potions before coming here? Can they go do Trinex after this?
We can never really leave Ganon's Tower for another play.
Yeah. That sounds right, Tosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Tam now has a slot 6 index, which will allow them to do right side GT if they don't blow it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice to nice to combine the fairy revive. I guess it's not really combined.
VZ is going to go to Turtle Rock here.
Oh yeah, this is interesting. This is a spin YBA, and it skips a whole bunch of screens to get to left side exit. There it is.
Very good. Tam, meanwhile, unlocking the worst door to unlock in the dungeon, except for sometimes it's not actually. Kind of odd choice to do it here, because we're not actually juking, but it's...
Right.
We have enough keys, it doesn't matter.
Zakat dupe. Zakat is sort of using an STC to collect the lava chest at the big chest, and it's dupeable. That is, he can simply repeat open the chest if he wants to, but after 3 Turtle Rock small keys, it's certainly plenty. And Berna is actually in the big chest.
Max keys. Right, well, we're finally finding the money, which is going to be good for the rest of the YBAs we have to do. VZ actually does not have to do any more YBAs.
Yeah. So Tam is in Ganon's Tower, which is, I don't think we said it, but this is just a loot box. You know, we ought to find a sword here. There are so many items. And That's really all Tam is looking for.
Tam would be happy to find some other stuff, but nothing
Yeah.
really matters except the sword. They're leaving the second they get a sword. Unless it's dupable, in which case maybe they'll leave the second they get tempered sword. But with Master Sword, you probably don't even bother. With Silver's, I mean, you probably don't even bother.
So do we
a long way to Laser Bridge. Sorry, go ahead.
Do we think Tam has an advantage here?
It just depends on where the sword is.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah. But the Ether Medallion's pretty big, but Zakat doesn't need to find it.
No. If Zakat had successfully killed Vitreous, I would say that vZ was probably ahead, but that's quite a lot of work left to do.
Yeah.
And he seems to have decided to check stuff rather than just sort of sighing in resignation and accepting that he'll have to dupe the crystal, which is going to slow him down because he's not going to find Ether.
Having Pearl will speed him up potentially.
True.
That is on Laser Bridge. Tam wants some more fairies. One's not enough.
No sword, though.
Yeah, that is quite unfortunate. Things are not going Tam's way.
I think what we do here is we do Laser Bridge and kill Trinex and hope that that produces a sword. And if it doesn't, then I'm not really sure what's next. I believe that somebody said that Ether was in a hype cave. I didn't remember seeing it there, but I believe it.
Right, Zakat has not been there, but now Zakat has Moon Pearl, which is interesting. I just don't know if he'll focus on anything other than dungeons.
Yeah, nice 0A hook push from vZ, the second one of the seed.
Yeah.
To Trinex for no reason at all except that it's fun. He has the red cane and the big key.
Oh my gosh. That's true.
Yeah. Other Tom confirming in chat. Okay, you need to either get this to hit or you need to have a potion. Okay, good. Problem solved.
You have a potion. All right, Tam, blue potion time.
This is probably the play I just described of going to Turtle Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Turtle Rock plays always start with fake flutes to Kakariko.
I thought you were going to say with an ice cream sundae.
Oh, yeah, I should have. That would have been way funnier. Do you think vZ forgot about the hammer or just doesn't like it?
I don't know. Maybe he forgot. Oh, the big key of Hera is on the bumper ledge.
That would make duping Meyer more easy for vZ. But not necessary, really.
Oftentimes a hammer would be advantageous to use, but I become too lazy to actually switch to the item, so don't use it.
I use it in Trinex because I'm so scared of running out of magic.
Yeah.
vZ probably going to check the front 4 chests here, and then go fight Agatu, who happens to be very nearby right now.
That's right. It's simply a wrong warp from Turtle Rock to get to Aghanim 2. Luckily, there are a couple different rooms we can do this in.
Not even going to check the items. Just going.
Nice. And Tam is doing the wrap to Laser Bridge at the same time. Now Zakat will be falling down to Aghanim 2. And it'll be Rainbow Aghanim 2. We also get Rainbow Link, but since Zakat sprite is a bit monochrome, it doesn't change its colors too much.
Okay, but look at that sword.
Yeah, the sword is awesome. The glowing violet sword.
I think that's correct, Yoho. I think vZ does not know which pendant is the last pendant.
Yeah. And what is it down to? Is it down to Meyer versus Ice for
Yeah.
easy? Oh, we get a Clipe. Nice.
Let's go.
Cutscene skip. Yeah, so this is pretty tough because now vZakat will sort of lose the same amount of time.
Too slow,
Potentially.
damn. Got a double YBA.
Oh, dang.
Or reset your index.
Oh, yeah, Tam caught another fairy. A Hyrule Castle small key is on the top of the pyramid ledge. So, all right, so let's see if Tam gets this.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
we got Suckut. Now we need that Northwest Boom Throw. There it is.
Almost exactly the same setup Easy used. Tam will definitely be switching to Hammer because the Fighter Sword does not do any damage to Trinex without spins,
Oh, yeah.
which is terrible. Could just spam rod shots as well. You don't need them in phase 2.
Free for Zakat. Could this be well to Ice Palace?
Yes, almost certainly. Neither player has found a single glove yet.
Interesting, but we don't really need it. It is pretty useful for getting to Cold Stare. But a blue, a spin YBA, red or blue, will do the job.
Right.
Or
We
a
saw-
hook push. Oh, Zakat is pushing, of course.
Yep, we saw
Excellent.
Tam do that with a YBA, but VZ did it with a hook push, of course. VZ will get to clear this with Cane of Samaria, which we joked about a little bit earlier, but will actually be nice here. He'll get to check some more things. Not really much he can find, I guess. Moon Pearl or another sword or something, or not Moon Pearl, sorry, Mirror or another sword or something would be kind of nice, but he's not going to find Ether here.
Okay, so is that all pendants? And, well, not pendants, but is that all crystals and bosses for Tam?
Yeah, except for the one.
And the densest location for Tam would be Pod now, right?
I think so. I really want Tam to go to Pod. I don't know where they're going instead. Oh, are they going to Swamp? There's always a sword in Swamp.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. A fairy.
I love this fairy collection meta. Tam is angry about something. Unclear what. Okay. Good trip. Good Hera trip. What's next?
The small key to Swamp is in the Icebreaker chest, and I don't think that's gonna affect anything.
No. Where is Tam going? East Death Mountain.
Uh-huh.
Okay. There are 6 checks here. I approve of this. Although I don't understand. Oh, we're just going. Right.
Yeah.
The checkerboard
Back.
blade.
Yeah, a screen wrap takes Link to the top of the screen, as a screen wrap does, and the entrance or the exit of Hookshot Cave is right there. Oh,
That's
the bounce back.
flip-flop. Yeah. Bombs are stupid.
Mhm.
Where in the world are the other 2 swords? This is so dumb. Are they just both in
Yeah.
Swamp?
Well, How is Zakat going to have enough magic to defeat Cold Stare?
With Bombos, I think.
Bombos,
Or by
yeah.
farming these guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bombos is going to hookshot in. vZ is going to hookshot in, apparently.
Okay. So is vZ going to set a stuck hook going down, or will he manipulate the hook slot?
I think the way I've done this is you set it facing down.
Uh-huh.
But there's probably other setups.
And
Tam is going to Scudge Woods.
oh. Yeah.
Tam is going to Catfish. I lied.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Sure.
More Overworld. This has got to feel a little rough for Tam right now. Okay.
Where are you running to from here?
Yeah,
this is not close to anything.
This is tough. I don't know what Tam's doing killing the Slayrocks.
Are we death warping to set our index?
I don't know.
If so, are we doing it on purpose?
Tam wants things. I don't really know what. I don't know what they want.
Tam doesn't know either. Tam wants to swim somewhere.
If Zakat is struggling a little, trying to go for a stuck push. Not totally sure.
Maybe looking up a setup that he figured out before or something. He's going to get very, very bailed out by this being appended. But he's going to be so unhappy until he finds out that that's true.
Tam is at 1 heart, and there's a Hinox blocking the ladder. The boomerang does stun the Hinox.
We're going to... Tam swam time!
Mm-hmm.
This is not the fastest way to get these checks.
This has been an adventure. Of course, we know... of course we know that the Overworld to Catfish is a long ordeal. But coming back with 1 heart is apparently... And no glove.
vZ is back
longer.
in Escape?
So
where
vZ...
Where can you hook push to from here?
I think it might be Misery Mire. He told me about this yesterday, and I didn't have a chance to look at the EG map to see what room is connected here. But if I remember correctly, it's Mire. I might be wrong.
Tam, are you going to hammer pegs with the hammer? No. Are you going to Bumper Ledge? I'm so confused. I have no idea what's happening. Tam using a south, or vZ using a south OA hook push? Is that what I saw?
I missed the setup. Yeah, I can't say for sure. I didn't know that was a thing, if what the words that you put in that order mean something.
So, you know how OA hook pushes always take you north?
Yeah.
If you're in a layered room and you put the bomb on their layer, then you go south instead.
I see.
vZ getting an illegal ether medallion, which is not actually allowed in the rules.
No, it's not, but vZ does not pick up the medallion. vZ had collected the boss item, which appeared to be ether.
But was not ether.
That was a sick dodge of the actual ether medallion, which, is...
Man.
Oh! Hey, the lamp is in...
That would have been so useful 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Things besides just a sword.
Yeah.
There are a number of illegal things in this mode.
Yeah, so what I want to say quickly is that Ether is basically the default prize, and it falls in Hyrule Castle and in Aghanim's Tower. But yeah, but so that's in the vanilla game. In Randomizer, the Rando devs, I believe, removed it from Aga Tower, but didn't remove it from Hyrule Castle. So essentially, we're still not allowed to pick up the drop.
Right. To be clear, what VZ did was not illegal. It would be illegal if that ether. Actually, it would certainly be illegal to use that ether after picking it up. I don't know if it would matter if you just picked it up and then used it. But you're certainly not allowed to actually bypass ether requirements by doing that. VZ now is going to finish the game. He's going to get the Meyer Crystal.
Yeah.
By doing what we call dungeon ID swapping. So when you go through the door between the Hyrule Castle and the sewers, the door that the mantle blocks, your dungeon ID is swapped via an arithmetical operation, and so it's supposed to swap between castle and sewers, but it also swaps between other numbers. And two of the numbers it swaps between are the ones corresponding to Pod and to Meyer. So if we can go from Meyer to that door, if we can go from Pod to that door and then go the other side of that door to a boss arena, we can collect the prize of Mystery Mire. And VZ is going to show off the new tech that Tojo found yesterday.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. So Zakat has an advantage here.
If this is a sword on Mothula, I think Tam is still winning.
Yes, this could easily switch.
If it's anything else, I think VZ's winning, assuming he gets this first try.
Yeah.
Which he did not. Okay, this is not going to work because he fell, which resets your quadrant.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Not good news for Tam.
This won't work as expected for Zakat, but I don't know what the fail looks like. It's just stuck in the wall. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you do a quadrant glitch and then you fall in a damaging pit in the same room that you did the quadrant glitch in, it actually re-normalizes your quadrant should be, and you are no longer in a glitched quadrant state. This is one of those weird minutiae that eventually you'll find out and be scared and confused.
Yeah, I learned that from Mr. Byer during his exploration of quadrant glitches.
Yeah, I think I did too. VZ going for it again. I wonder if he'll do an old this time instead of trying for the new stuff again. This is a very sort of casual mode. All the players in this community are, pretty friendly, and we do a lot of pickup races and stuff. So you see a lot of people doing cool new stuff on Restream because it's cool new stuff, and then maybe they only give it one shot, and then they go do stuff that they know for sure they can do successfully. So we'll see what VZ wants to do. Yeah, Tam's gonna find their sword now and then bail and go kill Ganon.
True.
So we have opened every single chest in the game, right? There's only things that are left are like swamp and, I don't know, maybe scattered smith chain stuff.
How much of Turtle Rock did we see? Not much.
We didn't see the front 4 checks, but we saw everything else.
Oh yeah. Right. We did see the middle of Turtle Rock too.
Well, VZ's gonna go for it again. Not willing to give up and go for tried and true stuff.
Yeah, this is a close race.
I think Tam is now quite far ahead.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's where the 4th bottle was, I forgot. Thanks, W.
Best turn?
Yeah. Tam gonna find their red cane before saving quitting out and be very unhappy. Be much happier if they find the sword first.
Mm-hmm. The question
Oh
is,
my
will
god, I could have done this an hour ago when I was in here.
yeah. And the question is, will Tam use Samaria in the Ganon fight? I don't know if that's a thing that they do.
Yeah. They are for sure a Samaria Master Sword Ganoner. Okay, maybe I misstated how far ahead Tam was. I thought the sword was in the Harmless Hellway.
I think it's the ledge, arena ledge.
So that's actually pretty far away and makes this extremely close again. Yeah, I'm not saying that Tam made a bad play or anything. I'm just saying that given the specifics of what happens, it's going to feel bad. Did VZ forget to hit a star tile? VZ is not in bad enough corruption to stop him.
Yeah, this is pretty
scary
rough
now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the play that Tam made, but I understand it. I understand why you do it. It just like happened to be terrible in this particular seed. That doesn't mean it was a bad decision. You're making these probabilistic plays, and sometimes the dice are not on your side.
And I'm thinking that was the last chest. That
I think so. Yeah. VZ is finally stocking up on potions and is going to do the old tech.
Yeah, and this is, it's a time-consuming thing to do Meyer dupe. Meanwhile, Tam is on their way to Ganon and will be fighting them soon.
Yeah. Did they not fight?
I must have fight Aghanim too, I believe.
So we're gonna
actually,
get
I'm
to
not
see a
sure.
new quadrant glitch. I thought they already did this, but clearly not.
Yeah. So, yeah, if Tam goes to Aghanim 2, they'll go through the middle room.
It's too bad that we don't get to see the new quadrant glitch. Tam was another thing they were hoping to show off.
Yeah, so this is a North Samaria, followed by Lava Dive.
Right. Did you know that there's a Super Metroid strat called a Lava Dive?
I kind of like I did, but didn't. I'm not sure if I thought of that being the same strat name before.
Yeah. I was in an SM stream the other day and someone was talking about Lava Dive and I was like, wait a second, did we steal that name from you? I don't think we did, but it's cool that we both have strats of the same name. Tam unwisely killing Aghanim in the spot where you have to clip
out. But let's see, looks like Tam's out of place. Okay, does not get the clip out.
I thought Lava Dive was a strat for the room because it's something to do with like GT Classic or whatever, but I don't know anything about SM because SM bad. So I could definitely be wrong.
When is no logic SMZ3 combo rando?
Stop.
Yeah, here's the Samaria strats on Tam's side.
This should be a fairly easy fight as these things go. With Silvers and Samaria and Half Magic. You get to see the 2 FPS gameplay here.
Oh yeah.
Don't think that's phase 2 down, but I wasn't counting. Okay.
And I wanted to comment on where vZakat is, but I'm actually not sure since it's a dark room. I figured that vZakat was traveling through escape and already went through the door, but maybe he didn't.
Did he delete the door? Oh, he must have deleted the door. Oh, you know what happened was
He's
he was
clinking
trying
on
to
the
do,
bottom, so
he was
apparently
trying
not.
to do the new thing where the new Toge thing. And
Yeah.
he did a South STC during it,
Yeah.
which you do. And he was like, I think what happened was he was like, oh, well, I messed something up, but at least I deleted the door because I did a South STC in this door. But the door was still closed, so he copied the data down just fine, but the door was closed in it. I think that's what happened. Does that make sense?
And Tam has defeated Ganon. GG's to Tam on beating this seed. Yeah, I think you're right, but with Toge's strat, I don't know what. I don't know if the door has to be opened or where.
Well,
when at what point it's opened.
I'm not sure about that aspect of it. I'm just saying that the South Samaria that VZ actually did would not have opened the door because we could see that it was closed.
But regardless, Zakat is able to hook push through, and that's all we need.
Yep. And now, are we hook pushing back, or we're probably hook pushing back? Although we're real low on magic.
Yeah,
Really
0.
matter. That's great for big powder. VZ's gonna YBA it though, I guess. Although that's even worse because you need to light the torch.
And looks like Tam will join us for an interview.
GG Tam.
GG Tam, congrats on the win. I'm not hearing your audio yet.
Alright, well, Tam will get their audio figured out at some point. I can say that as the winner of this is the second win in the sequence. The series is what we call those. Which is going to mean that Tam is moving on to face Purdy Wong. And unfortunately, since this is a loser's bracket match, that means that VZ is going to be eliminated from the tournament. VZ got a really tough bracket. I mean, most of this bracket was quite tough.
We still can't hear you, Tam. Yeah, it's a tough tournament, and everyone is a tough opponent.
Yeah.
Not to mention, no logic is really hard, and missing tricks is extremely punishing.
Hello.
Hey, there we are. GG, Tam.
Okay, sorry about that.
No worries.
Thanks for the GGs.
How do you feel?
Really, really stressed. I was like,
oh yeah,
freaking out for so much of that because I skipped like half of the game, and
you sure did.
All of those checks were so easy. If any of those were a sword, I was so screwed.
VZ had a bunch of trouble in Mire. Spent a long time trying to get to Vitreous and then failed it at the last step, and then never found Ether, and so Mire was a big sticking point.
I don't remember where that was.
I think it was in Hype Cave.
Yeah,
that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think VZ had a substantial lead, except that the combination of not having Ether and messing up the hook pushes to go without it was lethal.
Yeah,
hey, VZ,
thought...
GG.
GG.
GG. I'm looking to see that Tim found the lamp. Where was it?
I found the lamp, but it was.
I don't think Tam ever used the lamp.
Yeah, it was in Skullwoods.
Tam did like 400 index sets with fairy revivals, though.
Yes.
We're gonna have to get the bug net added to the tracker. Get rid of the flute, add the bug net.
Yeah. My problem was a sword, because I skipped like every other check.
My go mode was powder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
and I totally missed when that was found. But that was in C-shaped house. Is that correct?
Oh
I
my god.
think so. I don't remember.
I kind of did some strange routing in the Thieves Town area, and I didn't realize until I was halfway through Thieves Town that I wouldn't be able to come back to the C-shaped house. But I knew that I skipped it, and then I'm like, well, I'm literally never checking this. So
Yeah, because
that's again the streak of many skips.
It did not begin the streak, I don't think. No, maybe it did.
Well, kind of. I did. I don't remember. I did a lot of skipping.
Yeah.
I actually was planning on going to Skull Woods rather early. I think you saw me trying to do the Death Mountain Descent.
Oh, yeah.
As the bunny. Because I was planning on going to Skull, but I was having a bit of difficulty with it. And I was like, it's a pendant. I don't care.
Yeah, it looked like you were planning on going to Skull Woods, and then you checked the map and sort of had to take stock and figure out what your plan was going to look like from there.
Yeah, I was planning on doing that, and then doing like... Actually, I'm not sure what I was planning on doing after that. And so, like, after thinking, I'm having difficulty with this, and it's a pendant, it doesn't really matter, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
it's just
almost a really good seed for both of you, but Tam didn't find the sword, and then you didn't find Ether and had some trouble in Mire.
Yeah, I never did end up checking the Mire medallion, actually.
Oh, that's funny.
Now that I think about it, I just kind of assumed I didn't have it. If it was Bombos, it would have been really bad for me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it turned out to be Ether. And Tam had a pretty nice play from Eastern to be able to check the medallion after exiting the Vitreous fight. And yeah, Tam was able to open it right away. And vZakat narrowly dodged the Ether medallion, which was pretty cool. Really great to see the Hyrule Castle to Mire route.
Oh yeah, I don't believe you're allowed to get that Ether, so I didn't get it.
Exactly.
We were discussing it. I don't know if we know the specific rules. You're definitely not allowed to use it to open. I don't know if it would be a problem. Picked it up and didn't use it.
It's a good question.
I figured better safe than sorry. It's not like I'm losing anything from not picking it up.
Right.
But yeah, I had just some unfortunate issues getting to both Cold Stare and Vitreous. Like, I was planning on doing Eastern and then just killing Vitreous right there. But then the very last push, I was a little short and got stuck in the wall.
Oh,
That was
heartbreaking.
And then I haven't really looked into doing like a stuck push to Cold Stare. So once I got there, I realized, oh, I don't know how to do this. And then realizing it was like a pixel perfect to get to the mole that you hammer. So I guess I could have hammered. Did I have the hammer? Yeah, I could have hammered that up to the block. Huh. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to create the trick on the spot.
You also went for the cool new Toj tech and then accidentally VRAM'd.
Yeah, the thing is, I didn't open the big key door, so
That's true.
So that was when it screwed up. I don't know, I was kind of just trying to finish the seed without any YBAs. So I was like, okay, we'll do the new tech.
I was practicing that before the race, and then we had like 3 bottles in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that useful.
I was a little worried, because I was getting all the hook push stuff, but then all these bottles are coming up, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be YB8 versus hook push, for sure.
This seed was just insane. I feel like I was go mooding from basically 15 minutes in. Because I had the ice rods pretty early, which helped.
Yeah, both of you had all 4 rods within like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Around 25 minutes, I had everything I needed except lamp. It was like, once I get an indexing thing, it's go mode.
Right.
It was the same for me, but minus a sword. But I still skipped like all of pod and like a bunch of annoying checks. my plan was just like do all the crystals and then end up in GT and find a sword in GT because you're always gonna find one in GT, but it didn't
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Oh yeah, Tam. So after you didn't find a sword in GT, you went into Hera and climbed Hera, slashed your sword a couple times, and walked back out the front door.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I opened the big chest. My plan was like, on one of the trips, I like grabbed the ferry on the way to the big chest, but I had opened the big chest from Maya, so there was nothing there for me.
Oh,
Oh,
you
I
just
see.
were combining it with a fairy check. Gotcha. I was wondering if you were going to go to Swamp because it's a bunch of checks to get a sword.
Well, it wasn't a huge amount of checks for me because I don't even know if I could have done checks because I would have had to do a weird push to the map chest, and then I couldn't reset my index really.
Yeah.
And I caught a fairy in Hera at one point, and I was like, I'm about to go to Hookshot Cave. I should have just caught one in Hookshot Cave.
Imagine having all of that mapped out ahead of time, though.
I mean,
Where
like
the
I
fairies
had
are.
my only indexing was the bug net, so I was keeping it in mind for most of the last half of the seed.
That was really fun to see. I haven't seen any races like this. We talked about the ranking of the bug net last night,
Yes.
so
I
that
agree
was
with Zakat that it's above the mushroom,
excellent.
but I would have preferred powder.
Yeah, powder was useful, but I don't know. Since I focus so much on like the vanilla speed runs, you don't do a lot of powder related things, so I'm not as practiced on those anymore.
It's so much harder to get good. It's so difficult to get good practice with like unconventional wood pushing, because usually you just go into the practice hack and you fill everything and use a lamp.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, at least it was a fun seed. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it was fun, but it was very stressful for me at the end. I was pretty sure that there was going to be a sword in C-shaped house.
Yeah, you looked pretty stressed when doing overworld checks to catfish.
Oh, I needed bombs, and then I kept like mistiming my slashes, so the guys kept walking into me. And then I refused to switch to like a better weapon, so I just almost died. But I was fairy reviving anyway, so it
I
didn't
was
matter.
wondering if that was it, yeah.
Yeah, I was just setting up the fairy revive.
Oh, man. All right.
Any
so
other
anybody-
thoughts?
Yeah, any other thoughts?
Well, thanks to you guys for putting on the restream, obviously, and like I really feel this is a huge relief. I was absolutely terrified of having to play Zakat. He's so good at no logic. Like not just hook pushing, but in general, and it's like sad for me to know that he's not going to play any more races in the tournament, but I also feel very satisfied with winning. So, GG, Zakat, I'm sorry that you have to leave.
It's okay. GG's. I was actually kind of like ready to be done with the tournament so I could focus back on like RBO and stuff. So it's good for me.
You're free.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it'll be
free.
great to see. Will be great to see more vanilla speedruns.
Good luck to you, Tam, in the future. And thanks, Chex and Fox, for the commentary. And of course, SpeedGaming for all of the hard work that goes into putting on these tournaments.
Yeah, thanks to y'all for putting on such a good race for us. With that, I guess we'll bid you all adieu. Hope everybody has a great rest of their day or night or whatever.
See you next time.